cruising for treasure, and you are watching my What Sold show, where I show you everything that has sold and is going out the door today. Now, what I'm going to show you, this is what sold for me yesterday, with the exception of 3 items that sold today. But I had a total of 17 sales yesterday. That is absolutely unheard of. For me. For other people is like normal. For me, if you've watched me at all, you know my goal is 10 items a day across all platforms. I don't usually hit it. I usually am in the 6 to 8 range. But yesterday, God saw fit to bless me with 17 sales across all platforms. Mercari is still radio silent. I don't know why. But yesterday I had sales on eBay, Poshmark, and Facebook. And today I've had sales so far on Facebook and Poshmark. And I'm actually going to show those to you because I'm going to ship them out today. I am out of town tomorrow and the next day because of my kids. They have a state competition, so I'm going to go to that. So I won't be able to do my videos, and I will have very limited time tomorrow to ship things, and then no time at all on Friday. So I have to get it all out today. So anyway, I did have one snafu that I'm still trying to work my way through. So poetic in these things. And I'll explain when I get to that. So let's start with eBay. Okay, so I actually had 2 vintage postcard sales, which is fun. I actually haven't listed any postcards in a while because I ran out, and I just haven't gotten around to locating more and sourcing more. So the first one on eBay is this one. It's a vintage, it's an ocean liner called Pinemore. And that sold for $3.13 plus shipping. So on my postcards, I do have every single one of them set up to allow best offers. And my reasoning behind that is the sell-through rate on postcards is abysmal. So if I have someone who wants to make an offer, but like he wants my postcard, but he wants to pay less, absolutely, because he's probably one in 1,000 people that want my card. I didn't say that right. That card may not ever sell if it's not for that one buyer who's willing to pay $3.13. I would much rather ship it out to him and have a sale than wait around for forever to get the additional however many cents off it was. I think I had that one priced probably at $3.99. So, and honestly, I'm just gonna say this, guys. When I'm sitting down to do a batch of postcards, I do comp the first card I'm doing, just to have a sell similar to jump off of. So I comp the first card. And then after that, I just basically go with my gut. I price it at whatever I feel maybe someone will pay. And again, I open up the best offer. And so that's served me pretty well. So this one sold by best offer. And then the other one that sold full price for $8.99. Okay. And this is just, in my opinion, it's one of the more lame postcards that I've come across. Okay. But it does have an item of interest, a very narrow interest, but that's who's collecting these postcards for the most part. St. Joseph's Church, Holy Ghost Fathers in Conway, Arkansas. So it's a picture of a church. I don't even know if this church still exists. Maybe not. Maybe that's why someone paid $8.99 plus shipping for this postcard. So anything that I feel like makes my card super attractive to even the smallest group of collectors, there aren't many places for them to source specific postcards that they're looking for their collection. eBay is one of those places. So if they're searching for my postcard for a specific, very specific thing, then I want them to find me, and I want them to pay the most that they're willing to pay. So $8.99, and then I allow best offers. Obviously, for this guy, $8.99 was fine. So there you have it, long-winded explanation as to my methodology. Okay, moving on. This is from our Hoarder House haul, which if you have not watched those videos, go watch those videos. I actually have a couple sales from there today. So this is just vintage set of pillowcases, new in the package, and they sold for $15.50. So that's awesome, getting those out the door. Though that inventory came to me free of charge, so every sale is just pure profit. All right, this next one is, I actually just sold the other one, and I was so nervous when another one sold because I did not remember having two of them. And thankfully I did have two of them. And so this one sold. I now have 0 because they both sold in like 2 days. Sold for $9.99, and I believe I paid $2 at an estate sale. So it's just a little egg-shaped ornament. All right, next, this is the other item that sold from the Hoarder House haul. And it's Eddie Bauer, basically silk long johns for women. And it's a line that they called EB Tech. I have no idea. I don't know if they still make this or not. I had grilled cheese crumbs on my face. Why didn't anybody tell me? Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. Okay, that sold for $15. So that's awesome, going out the door. I love things like that that are just so easy to ship. I slip it into a clear resealable bag, or like, you know, non-suffocating bag, whatever. You know those bags, okay? And then put it in a poly bag and off it goes. I love that. Okay, next, I'm just trying to see like, what is easiest to grab from over here? Where's that other thing? Oh no, I left it over at the table. Oh no, it's right here. Okay, this came from a lot from an online auction. I got a ton of CDs. Nobody was really bidding against me with the CDs. So what I do when I get a huge lot is I go through them each individually. I look them all up. And the ones that I can sell for $10 or more, I list those. The others I bring to my used bookstore and get credit. So that's how I do it. And I'm able to find enough to list that it ends up that I paid maybe 25 to 50 cents in a CD. So this one is a great example of that. It's sold for $10. Gino Vanelli Nightwalker. I have no idea. I don't even know what style of music. I would guess jazz just from looking at it, but I have no idea. Anyway, sold for $10. Okay, next, oops, pull these things over. Okay, here we go. All right, this is Talbot's Plus 1X beautiful pink sweater blazer type situation. This sold for $57. And I bet you somebody is gonna have that for Easter. I bet that's what that's for. Gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not actually sure where I got that from. So let me just look that up for you. Okay, here it says that I paid $5 for it. And it's been listed less than a month. Oh, I got it from Salvation Army. Wow, I haven't been to Salvation Army in forever. Our Salvation Army is the next town over. So it's not actually 2 towns over. So it's not the easiest thing to get to. Okay, so this next situation is very unfortunate. So one of the difficulties when you cross post, is that sometimes, it very rarely happens, but sometimes things sell either simultaneously on different platforms, or in my case, overnight when I couldn't unlist it or delete it from the other platform. So I had sent offers on eBay for these 2 ornaments. I sent an offer of $9 each. And the guy was messaging me about them. Anyway, he ended up accepting the offer and paying while overnight. At the same time, this one sold on Facebook. And the guy messaged me and said, hey, I need this to arrive by the 29th for somebody's birthday. Will it work? And me being a silly chucklehead, I didn't even look and see about anything else. And so I just messaged him back and I was like, oh yeah, it'll ship out today. So it will get there, no problem. Oh, my Lanta. So I actually went and looked in my own collection because I collect these ornaments and I have this one. So I went and I pulled up the box and look at this. It's got writing all over it, and I did not pay that. I paid 75% off of that. And then I was like, okay, well, somehow I'll have to explain my way out of that. And then look, it's not in there. I am meticulous about my White House ornaments, guys. I put them back in all the boxes. I don't do this. So I have to figure that out, but I will figure it out. I will get that taken care of. Basically what I'm going to see is if anyone local to me has it available, and or I will just buy it off of eBay and ship it to the guy. It's whatever. Anyway, y'all don't need to know about all that. However, just be aware that that can occasionally happen when you cross post, that occasionally it's going to sell simultaneously on 2 different platforms. Should I have deleted it when the guy initially started messaging me about the ornament? I don't know. That's a hard one because sometimes buyers flake, and this buyer on eBay he's very special. He's very special. Anyway, we're moving on from that. Okay. My last eBay sale is this Blockbuster Whirly mug. This sold for $23. So I won a cupboard lot at from an online auction. And I don't really like to do those because then you end up with a ton of items that you just have to deal with. They might be trash, they might be donate, or there might be one item to sell in the whole lot. So I ended up doing it because I saw 3 or 4 items that I knew would sell. I ended up getting about 7 or 8 items out of all of them. And then I just immediately processed it. I threw away what needed to be thrown away. And then I put in a bag for donate what needed to be donated. And then we donated it. And then the others, I just listed it. So I paid, I think, $3 for all of the stuff in the cupboard. And then, so, which is like nothing, right? I already made my profit, right? So sold this for $23. I already sold 2 other ones like this. The other one I think was bigger. There was a BP one that sold almost immediately. And then actually one of my Poshmark sales came from that cupboard lot as well. So if you are not sourcing from online auctions, I would highly recommend you to look into it in your area. I know I know there are some people have told me they don't have them in their area. So I do know that happens. In my area, I have so many different companies to choose from. I usually only source from 3 just to keep it, just to wrap my brain around it because my brain struggles some days, all the days. But I have tons of them, tons of opportunity in my area. So, but it's just a really great way to come up to find awesome items to resell. Okay. Webkins Basset Hound. This sold for $9. I paid $2 at a thrift store and I got like 5 or 6 of these little guys. All of them still have the code intact. Would I normally spend $2 to sell an item for $9? No, not if it's a one-off. But if it's something where I can have a multi-quantity listing like this, absolutely, no problem. So $9 for this little guy. Next on Poshmark is this Free People waterfall jacket blazer situation. This sold for $29. It's so cute and it's a size 12. I kind of tried it on for myself, but I wasn't feeling it. So hopefully it looks much better on this lovely lady that it's going to. $29. Okay, this is another item from an online auction. This is a dated vintage, if we want to sound cool. J. Crew lamb's wool full zip cardigan sweater. This sold for $25. I got this in an online auction and I paid about $1 an item. So that was a great return on that. Okay, so this is the item from the cupboard lot where I got the Blockbuster mug. A Tupperware Crispet lettuce keeper. It is missing. It's supposed to have a little spokey thing that you put in the bottom, and then you jam your head of lettuce on that, and I don't know, it keeps it crisp. It's missing that part. So it just has the bowl and the lid, but that sold for $12. So, great return on my $3 that I spent on that lot. Okay, let's see. I also had this sale on Poshmark yesterday. This is so cute. Eileen Fisher. This was not listed for very long at all. It's a crossbody purse. So it starts out as a little square and then it snaps open or unsnaps, whatever. I personally would hate this purse. Just being honest. It does have a nice little, like, you put your credit cards in there, but then the pockets, like, how do you get into that? I don't know. It doesn't seem very practical. Anyway, the leather is so soft. That sold for $35. And I got that at a thrift store that did not know what they had, because a lot of times these things are marked up in my thrift stores. However, this was priced at $6. So it sold for $35. It was listed for 4 days. Sold very fast. Okay, and then my one sale on Poshmark so far today is this Ann Taylor dress. It's new with tags, but it had some flaws, like the belt loop thingy majigger is broken. You see that right there. But it's an adorable dress. Isn't it so cute? So that sold for $20. And I'm actually not sure where I got that one from, so let's look that up. You know, there was a discussion on one of the Facebook groups that I'm in today that I was reading about whether or not you should do a spreadsheet. And I just want y'all to know, oh, this came from ThredUp, so that's cool. Okay, so that's sold for $20. I do not keep a spreadsheet for tax purposes. But I do keep it. If you don't know what your numbers are in your business, then you're just not taking it seriously, personally. Because until I had my spreadsheet, I could guess pretend I remembered what I had paid for an item, and then assume I knew what my profit was after the fees and everything. But when you have a spreadsheet that calculates it for you, there is no pretending. You see it right there in black and white. And so it really helps to inform your sourcing from that point. Because you can see, like I can see, okay, this was listed for, let's see, I listed it on December 19th of last year. So it took about 3 months to sell. I paid $1 for it. It sold for $20. So I know I'm not paying more than $1 for an Ann Taylor dress, even when it's new with tags, because it's only going to sell for $20. So that's the type of information that's incredibly helpful to you. And to run a business, you have to know where your numbers are. You have to. Otherwise, it's not really a business. It's more of a hobby, which is fine. If you just want to be a hobby seller, that's totally fine. And for several years, that's what I was. But once I really wanted to accelerate my business, once I really wanted to increase my income, I had to take it seriously. So, moving on, I had 2 needlework sets sell on Facebook Marketplace today. So it's these 2. They were both priced at $10 each. And I will ship them out together. They were to the same buyer. And the way I did it is I just changed the price in the one listing to equal the amount of both together. And then this way it won't add to the weight at all. So, and then, you know, she only pays one shipping. So that won't work for everything because obviously because shipping and everything. But anyways, okay. So then I already explained about the ornament that sold on Facebook Marketplace. So my last sale that I have to show you guys today is, it's so heavy, Vitamix 7500 base only. Okay, if you guys remember, I had gotten this Vitamix from Goodwill a month or 2 months ago sometime for $30, and it came with the base and then also 2 pitchers and 2 lids. So, or maybe just 1 lid, I don't remember. Anyway, $30. I did not want to sell it all together because I didn't want to ship it all together. That seemed like a massive headache. So I listed the 2 pitchers separately from each other, and then I listed the base by itself. The base sold on Facebook for $170. I'm so excited. Can't you tell? The other 2 pitchers already sold. You know what? Let me just pull those up because that way we can all learn together. Isn't that exciting? Let's see. Why are they not in the same place? Okay, so the 1 pitcher, the 64 ounce sold, my profit from that was $33.70. Profit. Hang on. All right, so let's look at the next pitcher. That was the 48 ounce pitcher, and my profit from that was $36 after cost. And what I did, and when I put it into my spreadsheet, is I just gave the, I just divided the $30 up amongst the 3 different lots. And then the base only, my profit after fees, because Facebook Marketplace does take fees when you ship it. Not a lot, but they do take fees. My profit on the base only is $139.69. That's incredible. That is incredible. So I am super stoked about every single thing that's going out the door today. I have mixed feelings about the ornaments. I'm super annoyed and I have to work through that. But profit margins are incredible. I had a lot of small dollar sales but it equaled up to, I think what I calculated just from what sold yesterday, not including the couple things from today, it totaled up to $532. That's just absolutely amazing. It's astounding. I have just really been praying that, just because I'm so busy lately, it's difficult, and not with eBay, but with like family stuff and personal stuff. It's just been difficult to stay on top, and there's been days when I have not been able to get any listings up, let alone 20. And so I've just been praying that God would just make up for my shortcomings. And man, did he show up yesterday. Praise the Lord. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. So now I got to get it all shipped and out the door. That's the next challenging part. So I'm going to get to that. So I'm not going to be able to post anything tomorrow and Friday or next week, beginning of next week. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. If you are having spring break, I hope you enjoy it. And until we see you next time, thanks for watching. And if you have not yet liked or subscribed, make sure you like and subscribe. Bye.